Sorry, dude, that he'll put you off.
Hit him again.
Sniper, right?
Chung right?
Got his helmet.
Fire at their position. Support them with mortar.
I hit him. What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. So as you've just seen, we can shoot through doors. Well, who wouldn't want to do that to get the upper hand in the game? Before I go into it though, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Maybe come and check me out over on Twitch where you can see things like that happening live. I really would appreciate the view and the follow. With all that said, let's get started. So, this obviously I was showing that at the back end of the Iron Horse raid, which we do all the time, and if you need any exotics or any help from the raids, by all means come on over, give me a shout and we can help you out. But obviously this could be used in other places in the game, so if you do find somewhere you can use this in the game, do drop me a comment down below in the video, because I would love to know between us all how many places we can find where actually we could use this to our advantage. So first of all, what you're going to want to do is obviously go to the specialization bench. You're going to want to go to sharpshooter, and you're going to want to make sure you've got your marksman rifle damage absolutely maxed out. Everything else doesn't really matter, but obviously if you can max out the whole thing, it really would help, because we get a headshot damage and things like that. We get the 15% increased weapon stability, all that kind of good stuff. So just max this out. It's a shame that we can't fill these in as well, and we have to swap and change, but it is what it is. So let's have a look at what I was using. So first of all, we've got the Nemesis. Now I wasn't actually using the Nemesis, I was using the TAC 50 because that's really what I like to use with this build. It's really, really nice. But you can see here we've got the Nemesis, works as well, and obviously it's a charged shot, so you just got to make sure you're absolutely ready when you're doing this. The M700 carbon was just in there because I was testing something else at the same time with Determined, and I published a video about that a couple of days ago. Go and check that out. Determined is still working absolutely amazing. Definitely worth checking that build out as well. The star of the show, my favourite gun in the game, and it's a specialisation, is the TAC 50. Again, I did post a video with this the other day, so go and check that out where you can use the TAC 50 pretty much 100% of the time. So go and check that out as well. But this thing's absolutely amazing. It hits so hard, 2.5 million. I've got way more expertise I can do here as well. Definitely worth using if you're in some kind of sniper build for another weapon for you to hot swap to, just because it's so smooth and it zooms in really nice as well. So starting off with our first piece of gear, it's a HG chest piece. Now this thing's a bit of an animal to get because you have to change the core attribute, but HG gives us 15% headshot damage. Weapon handling, headshot damage and headshot damage is what you want for your attributes. Running Headhunter. But if you've not got one of these, just run a chain killer instead, but just make sure that you've got weapon handling and headshot damage in the attributes, because that's what really, really matters. Obviously the damage is capped to 800% of our weapon damage, but that's raised to 1250 if our headshot damage is over 150, and it is, so we get the full amount of damage from this. Really, really nice. Let's move on. Next up, we're going to be using a gift. Gives us again another 15% headshot damage. Really, really nice, as Glorious would say. And we've got weapon damage, headshot damage, weapon handling and headshot damage in the mod slot, running Perfect Vigilance. Don't worry too much though, this could be a HG backpack with running Vigilance. Just make sure you've got weapon handling and headshot here, or it could be a regular Providence backpack. It doesn't have to be the gift, that just has the same stats and attributes. Next up, we got some Fox's Pro knee pads. Don't do anything for us in the brand set bonus, but we do get damage to target out of cover and weapon handling again. I'm beginning to see a theme across the build here. Next up, we're going to run 3-piece hot shot because we get 30% marksman rifle damage, 30% weapon handling and 30% headshot damage. First piece, the mask, has got weapon damage, weapon handling and headshot damage. Next up, with the gloves, you're going to see a theme here: weapon handling and weapon damage. And last but not least, we have got the holster, giving us weapon damage and weapon handling. If you want to take a look at the stats with the Nemesis, you can see we're at 301% headshot damage. But obviously we have a huge amount of weapon handling in here, which lets us shoot between the doors through that little tiny gap. It must be so close. It lets us put the bullet through and shoot the enemy early as he's standing behind. One thing to check in your stats to make sure you have got it right: if you go into your stats and scroll all the way down, you'll see that if your stability is over 100%, you're going to be able to be successful with this. As you can see here, I've got over 100%. I've got 108 with the Nemesis, and if I switch over to the TAC 50, you can see I've got 103 still. So just make sure once you get to the end of the build and you're happy with what you've done, that you are over 100%, otherwise this will not work. I'd also like to give a shout out to AJ Gads, who hooked me up with this build and all the advice on how and where to shoot at the end of the raid. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Can you think of anywhere else we could use something like this? Or maybe we could use this much weapon handling to apply to other builds in the game to give us some kind of advantage that we don't already know about. Let me know in the comments down below, like I just said. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Come and check me out over on Twitch. I really would appreciate the view and the follow. Thank you for watching, agents. And maybe join my community Discord. I've not talked about that. That's down below in the description, because that's absolutely popping right now with people who want to play the Division and want any help. So come and check that out as well. Why not have a bit more self-promo at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.